In the land of Israel, the Philistines ruled with an iron fist. The Israelites cried out for a deliverer. A miracle was born in the form of Samson. An angel appeared to Samson's barren mother. He announced the birth of a son. This child would be different. He would be bound by a Nazirite vow. This meant he could never cut his hair. His hair was the source of his extraordinary strength. This strength was a gift from God. Samson was destined to be the champion of Israel. Samson grew, his strength unmatched. He was a fearsome sight. He was a beacon of hope for the Israelites. But Samson was also a man of passion. He was ruled by his desires. This would both empower and endanger him. His path was not easy. It was a path paved with love, betrayal, and ultimately sacrifice. The Philistines trembled at the mention of Samson's name. He was their judge, jury, and executioner. But Samson's greatest enemy was not a Philistine soldier. It was not a giant or a beast. It was something far more insidious. It was his own heart. His story is a timeless tale. It is a story of strength and weakness. It is about the burden of destiny and the cost of freedom. It is a story for the ages. It is a story that reminds us that even the strongest among us can be brought low by love and betrayal. Samson was drawn to the Philistine city of Timnah. There, he saw a woman. He desired her. He decided to take her as his wife. This angered the elders of Israel. They saw it as a betrayal, but Samson was blinded by love. Or perhaps it was lust that clouded his judgment. At his wedding feast, Samson posed a riddle. The Philistines cheated. They coerced his wife into revealing the answer. Samson was enraged. He sought revenge. He slaughtered Philistines. He took their garments. He fulfilled the wager, but his heart was filled with bitterness. His wife, fearful of Samson's wrath, betrayed him. She went to another man. Samson's anger burned like a wildfire. He would make the Philistines pay for what they had done. He would turn their joy into ashes. He sought revenge. He caught 300 foxes. He tied burning torches to their tails. Then he unleashed them into the Philistine fields. The crops burned. The Philistines were enraged. They had underestimated Samson's fury. They had awakened a sleeping giant. The Philistines retaliated. They killed Samson's wife and her father. This only fueled Samson's rage. He was a man possessed. He slaughtered Philistines with a donkey's jawbone. He piled their bodies high. He quenched his thirst with water provided by God. He was an instrument of divine wrath. The Philistines were terrified. They outnumbered Samson, but they were no match for his strength. He was a one-man army. He was a force of nature. He was the embodiment of God's anger. But Samson had a weakness that no Philistine weapon could exploit. He loved deeply and he trusted easily. This trust would be his undoing. It would lead him to the doorstep of Delilah. Delilah was a Philistine woman. She was beautiful and cunning. The Philistine lords promised her riches. They wanted her to uncover the secret of Samson's strength. Delilah, motivated by greed, agreed. Samson, smitten by Delilah's charms, revealed his secret. His strength lay in his uncut hair. It was his sacred vow to God. Delilah, seeing her opportunity, betrayed him. She cut his hair while he slept. Samson was captured. He was blinded and imprisoned. The Philistines celebrated. They had defeated their enemy, but they had underestimated Samson's God. In their moment of triumph, the Philistines brought Samson to their temple. They mocked him, they paraded him around like a trophy, but Samson's hair had grown back. He prayed to God. He asked for one last surge of strength. With a mighty roar, Samson pushed against the temple pillars. The temple shook. The walls crumbled. The roof collapsed. Samson and thousands of Philistines perished. He had fulfilled his destiny. He had delivered his people. But it had cost him everything. Samson's story is a tragedy. It is a reminder that even the strongest among us are vulnerable. We all have weaknesses. It is in our moments of weakness that we are most human, and it is in our moments of greatest despair that we find the strength to rise again.